I've got a play along track. I'm going to put that down in the description. Hey everybody, got a great song here called Tereza My Love by Antonio Carlos Jobim. I'd heard it once or twice before, but I'd never seen any sheet music and never tried to play it. I did find two charts. One of them I bought from MuseScore, and that's this one. So I'm not going to reprint this one in the description. However, I'll put it up here for you folks who want to do a screenshot of it. And I took the chart that I bought on MuseScore and put in all the chords. I've also done a play-along track. And the other chart I found is one I just took a screenshot of, and it's got all the chords, very small, and the melody, but the melody's written in the bass clef. So be good practice for those of you learning the bass clef. The song's like in A-A-B form, so it does that verse twice, then does the bridge, and that's it. And at the very end, it just goes back and forth between the D and the A11, or A suspended. And I just wrote A7. Would be that. Talk a little bit about the chords here. That's a D6-9 there. And we've got A7, but that note is the 13. So if we just write A13, it means A7. So you don't have to play the 13. You could just play A7. But you can add the 13. Same thing again. Goes to a minor 6-9. Exactly like a major 6-9, just flat the 3. And then we've got that A7 it again. And then here, I didn't write a chord symbol in, but this is usually considered an altered dominant. It's A7 with a flat 13. Sometimes you see A plus 7 because it's like an augmented chord. We can fight about that later. We can argue about that all day, but let's not. Then we get to the song, and our rhythm is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. All right, so you're feeling a lot of offbeats in there. Like it comes in on the and of 4, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Right? So, you don't have to play this exactly like the sheet music. You can kind of just bounce around the way you feel it. Now, this is such a typical progression from like Wave. It's an F sharp 13, then you flat the 13, then B7 with a 9, and you flat the 9. So you get this nice little chromatic thing. I can't tell you how many times I've run into that progression or just used it myself in a similar situation. Then it's kind of an odd jump to D minor 7, but we're doing a 2-5-1 in C with a minor 7 flat 5, perfectly legal. The chart has like that C sharp written in, but I didn't hear it on the recording. Same with this F major. I didn't hear the B natural, but it kind of sounds cool to put it in. Then an F7. There, I think the flat 5 sounds pretty nice. This chord, I wish we'd come up with a name for this chord because it happens a lot in many songs, but I guess we'll just call it this. D minor 7, or D minor 6th, right, over the 3rd. So it's like in first inversion. And then we've got a D minor, and this is an interesting chord at the end. It's like an A altered, right? We've got A 7th, flat 9, flat 13, but the bass player's playing a B flat there. So it's, technically it's a B flat minor 6 chord, but it's kind of functioning as the 5 chord. And I believe the second time through, that's kind of what happens. All right. Then we have the second ending, and the next 4 bars are part of that second ending. We've got the E7 and the A minor, and then like the A, probably altered, or at least put a flat 9 in. Then the bridge starts here. That's like a little flute run there. Do the rhythm any way you want. It's kind of just an approximation. then the trombone answers. It does the same thing again, different key. And the answer. Is that right? Yeah, so it's kind of like an F suspended and then an F. You could call it augmented there, I guess. And here we have a 2-5-1 in D, though you just don't expect a minor 7 flat 5. You just expect a minor 7 like that. Right, because when you use a minor 7 flat 5 and then the dominant chord is like altered like that, the flat 13 and the sharp 9, you expect a minor chord. But you can use this setup to go to a major chord, and it's kind of a nice surprise. Kind of reminds me of Triste in this little spot. Oh, sorry. I mean, that was legal, but didn't sound good. A7, flat 13. I think we could put the flat 9 in, but no. So here's an interesting chord here. Usually when we have a flat 13, we have a flat 9 or a sharp 9. Here's a regular 9. So maybe we should call this an augmented chord, right? An augmented 7th chord with a 9, and that suggests, it strongly suggests the whole tone scale. So you could use that as well. One of the charts is down in the description. Take a screenshot of the other one if you want it, or better yet, go to MuseScore and buy that score. I think it only cost me $1.50 or something, and support the person that supports the person who wrote the chart over there on MuseScore. You can find a lot of really good things on MuseScore. You can find a lot of amateurish stuff too. So, just be careful what you're downloading. All right, folks, that'll do it for me. I appreciate the views and the thumbs up and the likes and all that good stuff. So take care, everyone. See you again soon.